Welcome everyone to this short course on the sacred feminine rites of passages. I've been really feeling inspired to create this course for, it feels like over a year now, but not quite. And it's came in all different ways, and I finally have created it in a short way and quite a gentle way for you to immerse yourself in now at home. This really is for women who are kind of curious and wanting to go deep within themselves and look at the rites of passages that they have already journeyed through in this lifetime. No matter how we experienced it or what it was like, we have all moved through sacred rites of passages. Even if they were not honored, even if they were traumatizing, we still move through that sacred rite of passage. Now, this really is these moments in our life where the veil is so thin and we are so receptive to imprints and patterns being imprinted in us, and our psyche picking up on emotions and unresolved traumas and wounds, etc. Now, if we don't bring awareness to them, they continue to show up in our life. They continue to show up in future rites of passages. Now, this really has an impact on your evolution, could even be your communication and relationships, on how you create and birth projects, children, life. So in this journey, we are going to look at 3 major rites of passages that women have moved through. And we're going to look at being birthed, so you and your birth into this world. We're going to look at your first bleed, your first menstruation, your first moon cycle. And we're going to look at the first time having sex, penetration. And these are 3 major rites of passages as women. And this is really the space of us coming into understanding the imprint on our feminine essence of what occurred at that time when we were so vulnerable and we were so open into our growth, into our knowledge. So many ancient cultures celebrate and honor rites of passages until today. And unfortunately, most of us did not receive the honoring, the celebration, the sacredness that was needed. And instead, lots of patterns occurred from there. So a lot of this journey is me sharing my journey around my personal stuff, so you can kind of relate and pick up maybe what is going on for you. And there is journal prompts, there is videos, there is meditations in this short course. So I'm really encouraging you to kind of go at your own pace, really dive deep, really allow yourself to really get curious with how this has impacted you as a woman and your feminine essence, and how it's impacted your relationships, how you create projects. You will really see that these imprints and these patterns that have shown up in your past rites of passages really continue to show up when you're wanting to create a project, when you're wanting to create some art, when you're wanting to launch a business, you're launching another project in your business, when you're wanting to create life, when you're wanting to conceive, when you're wanting to birth, when you're going through your menopause. It is scientifically even proven now that what happens during the birth and during your postpartum has an impact on your menopause. So science now is already linking this together. And what they're doing is they're bringing research and they're bringing backup to what the ancients already have taught, that each sacred rite of passage impacts the next one, especially if there's no healing around it. So if you are someone maybe trying to conceive or wanting to conceive or going to birth soon, or it's not even about that journey for you, it's about you just connecting deeper to your feminine essence and seeing that, wow, all of these patterns that have gone on in my evolution in these rites of passages really do show up in all of these different areas of my life, and especially in relationships and creating projects and birthing ideas. And wow, I always get stuck in this area because of this happened, and you're wanting to go deep and you're wanting to understand yourself a little bit more. So yeah, this would be perfect for you. So I'm really calling on the women that are just really wanting to kind of go at their own pace, go within, and know that this can bring up some really kind of deep wounds, or this may bring up a lot of just like vulnerable, intimate parts of yourself, and just making sure that you have some sort of system, that you have friends or a sisterhood, like a friend or a sister or a therapist, that if you need to go to someone, if something really big comes up, make sure you have that support, that you can go and share and speak or whatever you need to do, because it could bring up a lot in this course, because we're really going into these 3 different sacred rites of passages that were really vulnerable time for us as women, and sometimes people have experienced trauma in those times, and I'm sure there will be a lot of aha moments, realizations, insights, and just really, when you have that awareness, you then have power for moving forward, for your next rite of passage, for then being able to see that when you're creating a project of like, oh, I'm doing that thing again, because this is what I always do when I'm about to go through a transition or I'm about to create or birth something, because what happened in my past rites of passage. And then you get to catch it before it takes like a toll on you too far. So really looking forward to you dropping in, and enjoy.